So let's address the elephant in the room first. I've been away for quite some time. Reasons being that, first up, I've been really busy with work, which meant that I have been working a lot of overtime, a lot of weekends, and I just haven't had a lot of time to sew, and therefore really didn't have much to tell you. So that is the first bit. And then as well, I did kind of lose my sojo a little bit, and with that also just the motivation to post on social media, including YouTube. If you follow me on multiple platforms, you will see that I took a break from posting on Instagram and such as well. And I just, I've been busy and just kind of lost the motivation to do it. There have been some things going on in my personal life. I mean, nothing heavy or bad or anything, but it just keeps the mind occupied and it doesn't allow for other things to come up in your mind. So my creative bit has just been kind of on the down low. And yeah, it just has meant that I haven't posted a lot. I kind of had a bit of a reflection and being like, well, you know, to be honest, my numbers haven't been what I would have wanted them to be, which is always a little bit demotivating, but I also took a step back and thought, what do I want my channel to actually be? What kind of content do I want to put out there? So I have been working on behind the scenes on new things that will be coming soon. At the same time, I do recognize people love a good fabric haul vlog, and to see what I've been working on. So I will just continue doing those for now, and when my new content is ready, I will put that out. But actually, why I'm making this vlog now is because I went to the Sewing for Pleasure show yesterday, and I've spoken to a few people there who have been missing me on YouTube, and yeah, they gave me the motivation to do a new vlog today. And so thank you for Michelle and Ruth and everyone there who motivated me to get a new vlog out. So here I am, all is well, I promise. So yeah, why don't we dive into it? Just grab a cuppa because it's probably going to be a long one. I've got lots of things to share with you. But first up, a little bit off topic. I mean, not off topic, but I went to the Sewing for Pleasure show yesterday and I brought this bag. And I love this bag. This is the first thing I ever made over 10 years ago now. And it's still holding up so nicely and I'm still so proud of it. It doesn't hold very much and it might not be the handiest bag because it's a backpack, so you have to keep getting it on and off your bag if you want to put something in it, but I absolutely love it. And I didn't even follow a pattern for it. It just came like as instructions and I am very happy. So yeah, just thought I would share that to you. And I'm just kind of curious, do you still use or have the things that you made when you first started sewing? Let me know in the comments below. So, as I said, I went to the Sewing for Pleasure show yesterday. On the Saturday, I went by myself because my usual show buddies, Adele and Beck, are going today. They weren't available yesterday, so I just kind of went by myself, which is quite nice because you can just wander around, go around as many times as you want, stay at one store as long as you want, yeah, and just go as you please, actually. And you know, the more familiar I get with people in the sewing world, the more likely you run into someone that you know anyway, which I did. I think I ran into at least 10 people that I know yesterday, so I wasn't alone anyway. So I will tell you a little bit about how the day went. I'll just grab my coffee. And then I'll show you the things that I bought. So I always go on the train to the NEC because it's just the easiest and the cheapest probably as well. So I went on the train to the NEC. It's always a bit of a walk from the train station to the actual sewing hall because they're always way in the back. But you know, it's good to get the steps in anyway. When I entered the show, I ran into Becky from Becky's Sewing Studio. She runs this little fabric shop that has the most amazing fabrics. The colors of her fabrics are great. It's always super vibrant, super bold colors. The quality of the fabric is amazing, like so good. So I would definitely recommend going to her website and ordering some fabrics of her. She doesn't only do fabric, she makes her own buttons, just earrings, labels, all sorts of stuff. And if you're into bold colors like me, then that's definitely the vibe. You want to go to her website. So yeah, I had a little bit of a catch up with her, and then I did a little bit of fabric shopping, but it was quite busy. And you know, all my favorite stands were like all close together, but at the start. But I didn't really want to immediately buy something or everything or spend all my money or whatever, so I just kind of had a look. There was one fabric that I was after quite strongly, so I did buy that when I saw it, but it was just so busy. I was just like, okay, let's just have a little peruse, then wait till it quiets down a little bit, and then just go for another round of more in-depth fabric shopping. So a little peruse of things. Then there was a catwalk show for the We Sew 2 boys. I don't know, it's a collective. Well, I think you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll put in some footage of it as well. I mean, their outfits were amazing. Like, so creative, honestly. There were some people who were saying like, oh, you know, I do feel like if boys sew, the quality is so much better because they're taking it slow then, because women want to always like do quick. But I think that men have an easier job of fitting clothes, and this is not a slight, obviously. I mean, the boys that were on the catwalk, they were all the men, I should say. It used to be boys so too, that's why I get confused. Their stitching is amazing. Like, their quality of their work is really great. But I don't think necessarily, oh, if men sew, they're better than women. I do think men have an easier job of fitting things, and I think maybe that allows their creativity to come out a bit more because they spend less time fitting things, so they can focus more on the. Well, anyway, I was amazed. It was so good. What was his name? I don't know what his name is anymore, but he was on the Sewing Bee as well last year, and he made this denim outfit. It was amazing. He had kind of like this. He's wearing a harness, obviously. Harnesses are his thing, and he was kind of like wearing a denim undergarment kind of thing, and then it was like attached with like metal bits, and then from the knee down it was a skirt. It was honestly, it was amazing. There was also someone who sewed his first outfit and he was modeling it on the catwalk, and I was just like baffled because honestly, respect at how good these men can sew. So anyway, watched that. Then did a little bit more of a wander around. Had some lunch. And after lunch was the My Handmade Wardrobe catwalk, where some of the people I know were walking. So Sam from Let's So Sparkle and Romy from Romy Kate, they were walking the catwalk. Also Jess from So What If I Sew was there, walking the catwalk to raise awareness for her endometriosis campaign. This March is So Yellow for Endo. If you don't know, please go check out her channel and participate. Endometriosis is a very debilitating illness that needs more research. It needs more awareness, and it needs better treatment options. So yeah, please go and donate to that campaign. And yeah, after the show, I saw Michelle was there from the Menopausal Sewist. Ruth was there. And so we just ended up chatting for a little bit. Laura was there as well. We said hello to the ladies on the catwalk. And I met Jess from So What If I Sew in person for the first time. She's a lovely woman. And it was really nice to meet her in person for the first time. And I was really surprised when she actually said that she watched my channel as well, which kind of, motivated me to get back into it basically. And that's why I'm here. So just thank you for doing that. Then after that, I did more fabric shopping. And more fabric shopping. Oh goodness. And then after that was the Dressmaker's Ball catwalk, where again Romy and Sam were walking. So I stayed to watch that, and then I went home. And here we are. I'm now going to show you all the fabrics that I bought. It's quite a bit, guys. I bet you can see here all of it. So yeah, okay. So first up, when I walked into the show, I was given this voucher from Creative Craft TV, and they said I could pick up a piece of fabric, which is what I did. Let me see if I can get it the right way around. So this actually was given. It was a gift. So it's it's a Morris & Co. fabric. It's just a little strip. And it has like this deer on it, trees. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to make of it yet. But I think it could be like a panel on something, or inside a pocket, something like that. Well, let's fold it nicely, because I know what's going to happen if I don't do that. It's just going to get all bunged up, propped in the box. Oh goodness. Alright, that's one. And then I bought this. So this is Alice in Wonderland fabric. And I bought this from Fabrics Galore. I actually saw this on their Instagram a few days ago, and I immediately thought, oh, this is something for my sister. She is obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. And she actually bought a house recently, so I thought this would make quite cool cushions. So I didn't buy this for myself, I bought this for her. So I'm going to make some cushions for her. Funny thing was that this actually, which I didn't realize, it's quite expensive, because they had to have it especially printed for them. So I bought only 60 centimeters, and I'm gonna make only the front cushion of the cushions in this fabric, and it will have a plain back, just to save some fabric. But it is nice. It feels quite funny as well. Like I wouldn't know really what it is. It's kind of like a. It's not as stiff as a furnishing fabric. I don't think it's a cotton canvas, or it's a kind of soft cotton canvas. Anyway, yeah. So that's 2. And then, so this is the fabric I was after. It's a Nerita Hansen from Fabrics Galore as well. Oh, I love this fabric. I bought 3 meters of it, and I am not entirely sure yet what I want to do with it yet. So yeah, if you have any ideas for this, put it in the box below, comment. I want to hear what you have to say. Alright, then I went back to Becca's studio as well, bought some fabric of her. That wasn't actually the fabric she was wearing. I would have really liked to have some of that, but for what I had in mind of it, there wasn't a lot left. So unfortunately I didn't go and get that, which I kind of regret now. But this one's really nice as well. It is a viscose. It's a Little Johnny fabric, I think it says. Yeah, Little Johnny. And it's just like this really bold, abstract. It's kind of like leaves, but it's quite abstract fabric. And now I don't really know what I'm going to make with this either. And which is very unlike me, but I really went to the show yesterday just to go fabric shopping, and I really don't have any set plans in mind. I do have a lot of inspiration, and if you want to see some of my inspiration, go and check out my Pinterest board. I'll put a link below. But there's not really any solid plans, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And then I saw this, which is another Nerita Hansen. And can you believe it, that this is like 100% Okotex cotton, and it was only £10 a meter. I know. Oh, it's so pretty. And this will make a lovely skirt, because I got 2 meters of this, so it's gonna make a lovely skirt. Yeah, I mean, I would like trousers in this kind of print, but I don't think I like wearing this kind of fabric as trousers. So that's why I'm not making trousers, otherwise I would. Alright. Then I bought some nice linen. This is from Hicks and Higgs. And I actually wanted, so I'm making the hanbok skirt with this. The hanbok wrap skirt from my sewing therapy. And I would have liked to make like a contrast band, but they only sell they start selling at like 50 centimeters, Hicks and Hicks. Now you only needed 30. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend, yeah, I don't know. I didn't do it. I just bought all the fabric I need in one color instead. So I'm just gonna make a one color one. So I recently had my colors done, so that is how I can confidently pick different colors now. I mean, this is gonna be a skirt, so it doesn't really matter anyway, but I did go out of my way to go for some colors I don't usually go for. And then this is called the Monet print, and I have definitely got a plan for this because I actually got inspired watching a TV show, and I'm making a jacket out of this. So it's actually a furnishing fabric, so it's quite stiff, but I think it's going to be such a statement piece, and I'm really looking forward to making it. I don't have a pattern in mind, and I actually was thinking of self-drafting, so it's probably going to take a while because I want to make sure like I have, you know, worked it all out perfectly before actually cutting into this fabric and ruining it basically. Then last but not least, I have a fat quarter bundle. It's a Tilda collection, Tilda quilt collection. Now I am not a quilter. I have always found it interesting, but making a whole quilt just sounds like the most expensive thing ever. I mean, I've done the calculations, right? I've had it in my shopping basket, but like just spending like 100, 150 pounds, maybe even 200 pounds on just fabric, and then you still need like what, binding and backing and wooding and everything. It's just like, you know, and that's why I haven't. But I have been feeling really inspired to actually make a quilted waistcoat, so I figured why not just buy like one of these fat quarter sets, make a quilted waistcoat. And I have some Sherpa that's going to be the inside, so it's going to be nice and soft on the inside. Oh, it's going to be so cool. So yeah, just need to figure out what kind of pattern I want the pieces to be, what I want it to look like. I mean, this one stands out to me. This could be like the binding, if I can get enough out of all of this, obviously, to make a waistcoat. So yeah, I have also been thinking about drafting that myself, because I don't think it would be that difficult. Especially if I'm making a jacket as well and I want to self-draft that, I can probably use the pattern pieces, or at least the front and the back, quite easily together, you know. So, or at least I only have to draft one bit, I think. So the waistcoat's gonna probably go first, and then all I would have to do is draft sleeves and a collar for my jacket, I think. So yeah, and that's all, guys. That's all I bought. It's not that bad, is it? It was only one bag got filled. So yeah, now I just have to find the space in my storage to put it. Oh god. So as you might know, I used to only have one box of fabric. It is now about, well, I think 1.5 now. I've got some really thick fabrics in there, like a cable knit and stuff, so it takes up a lot more space. But yeah, I'm not sure I can fit everything there anymore, to be honest. Oh goodness, it is starting, but yeah. Oh well, you want to be able to shop your stash sometimes, you know? That's what I've been missing over the last few years, that I can't just, oh, I see a nice pattern, I'll feel really inspired to make this now. Oh, but actually I don't have any fabric. So I like to be able to be a bit spontaneous sometimes. And that's why I just bought some fabrics that I liked without a plan. Which sounds like I am rebelling, but actually that's the reason. I do want to be able to be spontaneous. Not that I particularly am, but I'm going to try and be, you know. So what else have I been up to? Well, at the start of February, I went on a sewing retreat in Devon through Hip Hip Hooray Studios. They organize sewing retreats in Devon at the most beautiful location. And it was actually a pattern drafting retreat. And I have learned a lot about pattern drafting. We drafted our own body and skirt blocks to make sure like it fits us completely, which is why I am more inclined to draw my own patterns from now, just to make sure they fit completely. All I need now is trousers. And trousers always baffle me because I went on a sewing retreat. I made a trial of some trousers that I want to make, just to see if the teacher could see if they needed like adjustments or anything. They fit perfectly, didn't need anything. Now I come home, make the actual trousers, and they don't fit me anymore. And I'm like, what happened? Where did it go wrong? Honestly, I mean, luckily for me, they're too big. So I can, I'm gonna, increase the darts at the back at least, and then start from there and see what else. But there's just this bunching of the fabric on the front legs, and yeah. So I honestly, I don't know. So yeah, I did work a lot, very hard on these trousers, and I was so happy. Like, oh, this is gonna be so nice. But yeah, unfortunately, not the case just yet. And yeah, so what else? I've been working on my winter coat as well, which I know winter is almost over, but yeah, I just needed to get it done. The fabric was taking up too much space. I was like, I don't want to wait another year to make it, so I'm just making it, and we will see if I will be able to get to wear it this year or next year. But yeah, the coat's almost finished. I just ran out of thread, so I had to go and buy some more thread at the Sew for Pleasure, so I can finish it now. Although now I have to leave for another week, so that's also a thing in my life currently. I have to leave every time. I'm like, yes, let's get sewing. Oh no, I have to leave again. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't take my sewing machine on the plane every time, because that would leave no space for my work things, which is why I'm leaving in the first place. So yeah, I'm also still working on my Jessica blazer, which has been, well, put on hold for a little bit because I was like, I need a little bit of a small sewing win, and then I just got stuck in other projects, and I kind of need to pick it back up. But I think I'm quite at the hardest point of like the point where you have to put the shoulder pads and stuff in, and those hand sewing involved, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to do that right now. So I've just been putting it off and off and off because I just don't want to hand sew. Oh my god, okay. I just need to get over myself. So yeah, and then I've got this fabric here, which I'm obsessed with. This is going to be the next project as well. This is going to be a blanket white suit, and it's a denim, so a bit of stretchy denim. And this is from Becky's Sewing Studio as well, which I bought, was it November, I think? I bought this, yeah, in November. And I bought like 4 meters of it, or 3.5 meters of it. Should be enough for a blanket white suit, I think. We'll see. Yeah, this has just been washed, and I'm going to cut that out. And I think that is about it. If there's anything else you want to know or curious about, also let me know what kind of content you want to see from me below in the comment box. And for now, let's go sew.